Well, here you can see after getting the clutch all mounted and everything on the flywheel, I started rolling the engine side up to the torque tube. And what I did to try to make things a little easier is I screwed a piece of 5/8 threaded rod in two locations, and that helped me just get lined up and get the feet adjusted here on the torque tube side of things. And I put one on the other side also, and because of locations, I wound up putting it down here on the bottom so that I'd just clear everything. If I put it up here, I'd be running into the port for the oil canister and everything. So I put that one down there on the bottom, and so far we're lined up. And what I'm doing with the transmission input shaft is I'm going to use the belt drive to, if I have to jog the input shaft a little bit to line up with the spline. I did use the clutch alignment tool to get that centered the best the tool could do. So she's going together pretty good so far, but now's the tricky part, is getting it the last inch or two. So we'll see how that goes, and then when I get it together, I'll get up underneath and make sure everything with the throw out bearing and that is all, there's enough clearance. There is a dimension I saw in one of the manuals where they want 3/16 between the clutch fingers and the throw out bearing, so we'll check that out. Well, here it is. I got the two halves of the 1949 Farmall H all joined back together. As you saw in the last video, I had the 5/8 threaded rod I used to help guide things together, and used my adjusting feet here and the chain fall to get things lined up the best I could. And then there's the two locating pins that are, there's one down here on the bottom, and then one over on the other side here that line the actual torque tube and that together. So slid her together, and then I got within an inch or two, and I couldn't get it lined up. I kept blaming the pilot bearing and everything, but I knew that fit the input shaft real well. And come to find out, I feel pretty stupid about this, but there's a support rod here for the upper radiator, and I left that on there, and what was happening was it wasn't lining up with that hole, and it was hitting right here. And so this last little bit here, that was the distance I couldn't get her in there. So I got that lined up, and believe it or not, it just all went right together. So glad to have this all joined up now. When I was pushing it together, I did put the parking brake on so that the back end wouldn't move on me, and just used the wheels and pushed it together, and just had to keep looking at it and measuring and making sure everything was parallel and that. And I did get I got the clutch all all adjusted now, and it seems to be working good. I won't know yet. I'll get under there and take a little video of what the clutch and new throwout bearing and the fingers look like. But so the H is finally joined back up. Now we got just a lot of little things to do, like gas tank, air cleaner. Gotta get some things tidied up on it, and we'll be ready to fire her up and see how the clutch works. Okay, here we are up under the tractor. You can see the new clutch in there, the fingers, and try to get a shot here or there. You can see the 3/16 of an inch of the fingers to the throwout bearing. You can see the input shaft going into the clutch and everything. So I think we're good on everything. We'll see how things go. I got the clutch all engaged right now, so I can't turn anything, but so got everything all set in there. We'll have to see how things rotate. I'd like to rotate this flywheel. I think what I'll do is pull the spark plugs out, and then I can rotate it and make sure everything is clearing and that. So well, we got the two halves mated up on the 1949 H, and I got a lot of the little things done, like getting the starter put in, getting the gas tank on. I did come up here with a little hour meter that I mounted that when you pull the ignition switch on, I wired it up so if the ignition switch is on, we're counting the run time on the engine. And let's see, we got the clutch is all adjusted as I showed in the last video. That's all working good. Got all the little stuff hooked up, you know, the carburetor, the air cleaner hose, choke lever. We got the battery in. I did get the steering mounted up to the rod there and tightened up. I got the throttle back on, and the wiring all ran. So we're pretty much together. I did start it up and try the clutch out, and it worked good. And I'm gonna do another little video here after this walk around. I'll do another video and show the tractor moving under its own power again. So got our wheel weights on, as you saw in previous videos. Got the drawbar, everything's all done back here, and new parking brake lever on, new rubber boot on the shifter. This tractor will spend some time outside, so it's good to have a good rubber boot on that shifter so water doesn't get down into that transmission. So yeah, it's ready to go. Like I said, I started it up. I put a few gallons of gas in the gas tank and fired her up, and tried the clutch out. Wanted to make sure that was all working and adjusted good, and that. So yeah, I'll make a short video here of the 1949 Farmall H running and moving under its own power again. Okay, we're gonna give her a go here, and I got her in neutral. Ignition on. Oh, gotta hook the battery up. Okay. Okay, we got her in neutral, a little bit of throttle at the ignition on. Gonna give her a go. A little bit of choke. Let her warm up for just a second here. I got a new muffler on it too. Okay, we're gonna give her a shot here. Gonna go in the first gear. Letting the clutch out now. Oh, a little grabby. Gotta get used to it again. Letting the clutch out real slow. Oh, I'm happy with how the clutch is working. Seems a little grabby. Park and brake works. I guess now the next step is to hit the hood on and get her out of the shop. I'm gonna get off and check for leaks. Make sure that rear main isn't leaking. Well, I don't see any leaks. Well, I'm real happy with that. Clutch is working the way it should. Feels a little jumpy. I think it's because I got to get her. That's the first and second time I've activated the clutch on it since I got it back together. So flywheel's all freshly ground and everything too. So probably going to take a little bit for things to get seated in and that. So yeah, so that's the 1949 Farmall H with the new clutch in it, and a lot of other work too. We did a lot of bearings and seals on the rear end. Also put the rebuilt belt pulley on it. So yeah, real happy with that. Real happy how it came out. So appreciate everybody watching and following along on the project. I can't remember where I left the throttle.